the Chariot and Page of Cups. So it seems to me like she's going to have a lot of money in the next 4 to 5 years. And the money she's going to use, she's going to invest it in some kind of like home stuff. Um, and like want to be home a lot, which would make sense if he plans on. Somebody told me that he wanted to have another child with her, which would make a lot of sense because she wants to spend time at home. She might have cancer in her chart, um, but she wants to spend. Hi everyone, welcome back to No Light Tarot. My name is Hallie. So grateful to have you all. Let's get into this reading. I'm really excited to be doing this. Please make sure that you are subscribed, you like the video, and you comment. It helps my channel out a lot. I am also an Apple app developer, iOS developer, and I have 3 published apps right now. The most recent one is a reality TV app. The other one is a meal plan. So if you have an iOS, I would really love your support if you would download it. Yeah, check it out in the description box below. So I'm doing description box. I'm doing this reading. I have got so many requests for. I think I get like 10 requests a week these days to do Johnny Depp videos. So I'm going to do them, continue to do them. I just ask that you please, everybody, please just be kind to about Johnny Depp and to him. You know, I've said this before. He's not my type. He's not somebody that I'd be interested in. I have no, what's the word? Investment in it. I just want people to be kind to people, especially those who are already being beaten down by life. And I feel like he's gone through a lot in life. So please just keep it very, PG when you say things. I've had to delete some comments. Also, um, if you believe you're this mystery woman, it is up to you to believe it. But please don't believe in falsities and falsehoods. Take all of it intuitively and with a grain of salt. I do see this. I'm accurate, but it doesn't mean that he is the one for you, or so forth and so forth. I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but don't believe in fantasies. It has to be real. And tarot, even though it is an esoteric, which involves a lot of spiritual aspects, a lot of belief. Please don't believe in things that you don't base your life on things that haven't happened to you yet. So it's good guidance, but just, you know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people, I see a lot of comments saying that Johnny is the man, and it's cute, it's sweet, but don't take it that seriously, you know. Okay, so I'm going to use Earth Woman Tarot for this. People have asking me lots and lots and lots, hey, where is this Johnny Depp video? And my neighbors have just started making noise. How fun is that? I hope you can't hear it. I'm going to try to minimize it, but if you can, I apologize. I think they're watching some kind of sports. Okay, so let's get into it. I pulled up him and this mystery woman's past, present, and future. And I've gotten a lot of questions specifically if they've met. I don't believe that they have met yet. I don't believe it to be true. I did say that I sense some telepathy, and that doesn't mean that just because he came to you in a dream, you're telepathically connected. So even if he came to your dream, all that kind of stuff, just take it, don't rush to judgment about certain things. I see it being very specific. I've seen this woman for many years. I started seeing her even when he was still married to Amber Heard. I did a video about it a long time ago. I said that she is foreign. Check out my other videos, but from what I can remember, I always say this, what I'm really invested in is reality TV. So Housewives, I can remember everything. When it comes to these stories, I don't really remember that much, but I do remember because especially one of you Johnny Depp fans, always reminds me. I'm so grateful. The only thing that I do fully remember is that I said he would win. He would win his case. I covered the case. I got asked to do it a lot, and I remember saying he'd win. Everybody's like, he's not gonna win. Not everybody, but a lot of people told me. I'd get a lot of comments saying there's no way he can win, and I said, I'm telling you, if I see it, I don't make it up. I'm not invested in his story. This is what I see. I also saw, because I met him, not I met him, I saw him in the street a long time ago, and I just got I got a sense of ease with him, and peace, and understanding of life. It was actually because I meet a lot of A-listers, especially because I work for a celebrity, so I meet a lot of A-listers, and it's not a lot of them understand life, and sometimes it takes losing everything, losing that fake life to be grounded, and it's a horrible lesson, but one of the best lessons, because I have this yoga teacher. They used to say the best lessons are hard lessons because you always remember, which I think is very poignant and just goes to show how, as people, our human nature is to be stubborn, and sometimes we're like, why did such a horrible thing happen to me? And it was because it was the best lesson packaged in disaster. So that's what I think about him and his past. And I think that I see it, only the best things are headed for him in the future. And I've called it, and it's not because I'm invested at all. I just saw it, I saw it years ago, and I said he's going to really enjoy the latter era of his life, which not a lot of people do, but because he's been good to people, and yeah, he's been very good to people. I can see that in general. Sometimes they backstabbed him, but he took it on the chin, and he always tried to do the best he could. And he tried to be a loyal friend, be a loyal partner. I'm not saying he's perfect, but I saw his heart. Similar to, there's another celebrity I've seen when I do readings on them. I see their heart, and it's very pure. I'll think about it. But somebody that I've done lots of readings on. Yeah, it's a woman. I think it's Selena Gomez. But anyways, let's get into it. So I pulled up the past, present, future. So with the past, I see this. I call her the Empress because I've seen her as the Empress for many years. I saw her as the Empress. I used to live in a house close to where I live now, a long time ago when I first moved to Miami, 4 years ago. Crazy. And I saw her then. I saw her as the Empress. She came out as the Empress. I got the Empress lovers. And ever since then, I've developed this idea that she is the Empress because of her energy. She gives like fertile energy. When you think about an Empress, they glow, they embody life. They're full of wisdom, and they have a knowing about them. And they're not available to everybody, and because they're not, people want more of them. So with her past, I see the verse talking about her. She has had to have like a healing journey. That's why I saw her being into like spirituality, healing, that kind of thing. A long time ago, I saw that. I also said, because when he was dating that lawyer, I said it wasn't her. I said I believe she does have an English accent, but it's not her. That's what I saw. I saw that it wasn't her. I don't know. I just saw very strong. I saw that he likes the way she speaks. That's what I saw a lot. And he's like intrigued by her. So let's clarify what she had to go through. Let's see. Four Pentacles. But I see like a lot of self-healing. She could be like a coach. Like a life coach. The World, Four of Swords, and Ten of Swords. So I see very strongly that she had to overcome some kind of like public pressure, some kind of societal pressure, especially with Ten of Swords, feeling alone. She might have some family issues. She's had to overcome family issues. She's kind of like the renegade in the family, That's what I see. And she's had to really overcome that. So with the present, I get Six of Swords. So Somebody actually wrote me that he's traveling a lot. And I actually used this deck the last time, I believe, that I did the reading on him. Because I remember getting this card. And I said, this actually reminds me of Pocahontas. And I was like, I think he looks at her as like a Pocahontas. But he sees her as somebody that is well traveled, that does her own thing. That's why I said she has energy, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. And she does her own thing. She paves her own way. If she's not happy, she'll disappear. She'll make her own way. And I think he likes that a lot about her. I don't even think they've spoken, honestly. But he just likes the way she is. She's very, how do I explain it? She's very feminine, but if she needs to do something, she'll do it. Like if her toilet breaks, I don't think he knows this about her, but if, like, for example, he just guesses that if her she's very strong, he's very attracted to strong women, quietly strong women. So if she needs something done, instead of, she'll ask sometimes for help, but if she can do it herself, she'll do it herself. So with Queen of Pentacles, the Chariot, and Page of Cups, so it seems to me like she's going to have a lot of money in the next 4 to 5 years. And the money she's going to use, she's going to invest it in some kind of like home stuff. And like want to be home a lot, which would make sense if he plans on. Somebody told me that he wanted to have another child with her, which would make a lot of sense because she wants to spend time at home. She might have cancer in her chart, but she wants to spend time at home. She wants to really be doted on, be taken care of, not necessarily as a bad thing, but I think in past relationships she hasn't had that, and now she knows. It's almost like all that healing. Now she knows what she wants. She knows exactly what she wants. And with Page of Cups, she's not willing to just give it to anybody, but the person she gives it to, she's going to love. And he knows that about her. And I said he's been watching her. And she might reveal things about herself, stuff like that. But he's very good at judging people's characters. I said that he might be a good teacher. He can make a good teacher, like a professor, if he ever wanted to do that. I don't know if he has. You guys have to tell me, because I always say this. Reality TV is my thing. And I don't, sometimes people tell me things about celebrities, it goes in one ear, goes straight at the other. But he would make a very good professor if he's not one already. Because he's very good at analyzing people and not judging, but he's a very good observer, and I think that's what makes him a good actor. Not a good actor, a great actor, because he's very good at. I said this in a video before, where he's very good at saying, okay, that person does. For example, if they rest their hand like that, he's like, why would they do that? Are they? Do they? He goes through everything in his head. Do they write with their right hand? Do they write with their left hand? He goes through stuff like that, which is very Gemini. Geminis, I tell you, are the brains of the zodiac. People always say it's Aquarius, us, the sun. I'm the sun in Aquarius, but Geminis outwit us. They are very intelligent, extremely, extremely. So he's seen her do certain things, and he's like, why does she do that? Oh, and then she explains herself like, because of this, because of that. He kind of like looks at her as like a project, but like a muse. I don't know how to explain it. But I see her being an entertainment, in some form of entertainment, but it's like entertainment mixed with spirituality. Um, yeah, entertainment mixed with spirituality. So I see that when she says that she's very guarded, but when she loves a lot. So he knows that he has to, like, I said this before in the video that I did, kind of like chip away at. She's kind of like an ice. Oh my gosh. I just got like this ice queen thing. and then like you chip away at it slowly, and then she's like, okay, I feel comfortable with you now, But in the beginning, she's like, why are you talking to me? Leave me alone. And then he's like, good, good, good. She's like, oh, okay. Okay, now I feel like by every chip, she loosens up, she loosens up, she loosens up. And I think it goes back to her childhood, the trauma that she's had to overcome, the Ten of Swords, where there wasn't a lot of trust. She had to develop a lot of walls to feel safe. So which is very sad, unfortunately. So with their future, I first pulled 9 of Wands, and then 5 of Wands popped out. So I see here that because I specifically asked about her, and I see here that she kind of has this pensiveness. She's very pensive. That's why I really trying to feel like she is an air sign. Sun in Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Because she is very pensive. She thinks a lot, 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 lot. Before she does anything, she thinks. But she also has to act. So I don't see a lot of fire in her chart. You see how like she's about to act, but she's thinking. This is the kind of person she is. She's very cautious, very, very cautious. And what she's cautious about, particularly with him, is him being with other people. I think she might have been with cheaters in the past. But how? I think this is when he approaches her. She's going to be like, I don't know if you're going to be faithful to me. And I've been with guys that cheated, and especially I think she might have dated somebody famous or something like that, an actor. She hasn't had a good experience of dating somebody who he reminds. Let me try to get that right. Of dating someone who he reminds her of. If that makes any sense. He might remind her of an ex she had, something like that, where he reminds her of someone, and when he approaches her, she's going to be like, I'm very cautious. Like, I just see a lot of women around you. He might have a lot of women around him. Actually, I had a dream he had a lot of women around him, and I don't really follow. I don't really follow that, but I had a dream that he had a lot of women around him. She's not gonna like that. She's not. I don't see her being jealous, but she's just very cautious because she's had a lot of hurt. 10 of Swords in the past. A lot of hurt in the past. But it's like she's not jaded, but she's also not dumb. She's like, this tends to end up not working out. So let's see. I find this so fascinating. I feel like that's why when people, I get tons of suggestions for this, but it's very fascinating, the story. Especially because I feel like when I do readings on him, I just get very fascinated. Because I'm like, why would he be drawn to somebody that's so closed off? But we'll see. Oh my gosh. Okay. So when I asked that question, why would he be drawn to somebody that's so closed off? And with the Magician, 7 of Swords in reverse, and Knight of Cups in reverse, he feels like he can turn things around. He feels like if he says the right thing to her, he's going to turn it around. Or do the right thing for her. I saw a package. That's what I saw. I saw a package. Last reading, I saw a package. So my initial question was, to clarify 5 of Wands, why is she so cautious? Because she doesn't want to go through 7 of Wands, 10 of Wands, and King of Pentacles. She's dated men with money. and she's dated she's dated all. She's dated all. And it was hard for her. It was very hard. Um yeah, 10 of Wands. It was like a mission. And she carries that burden. She carries, I dated this guy, he did this to me, I dated that guy, which she needs to also let go of. She's definitely, that's something I'm working on. Are we all? Letting go of hurt in relationships. So let's see. The question I got asked is the time. I feel like, Gemini's are very rebellious, and I think he's being very rebellious in what he asks. So he wants to ask her when she's off guard. It's like a question. He's gonna send her a package with a question, which somebody sent me. I get sent a lot of videos. I get sent a lot of videos of Johnny Depp, Harry Styles, and who else? I used to get sent a lot of Olivia Wilde stuff too, and Florence Pugh. But I get sent a lot of Johnny Depp and Harry Styles stuff. And somebody sent me a video of him surprising people, and because I was talking about a long time ago, I think like a year ago, 2 years ago, I said he's going to surprise her, and I see like a package, and I was like, you better surprise in a nice way. Whoa, surprises are not for everybody. Okay, so let's see. How is he going to approach her? So I feel like the time is changing because, like I said, I think he's rebellious. I think the time is changing because of the ice thing too. Whoa. Okay. So I'll explain to you why the time's changing. But one of the theories, I think, that the energy that I pick up on is that he's very, she's like this, like ice. And he's like chipping away. But he wants to chip away. It's fun for him to do this. And somebody wrote in the comment section that Gemini men like a chase. And I've never experienced that because I've dated a few Gemini men. And I've never experienced that. I've never experienced that they like a chase. But also I'm not the easiest to date, I must say, like initially. So maybe that's why. But I saw 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. That she's just very cautious and guarded. 6 of Pentacles in reverse, 2 of Pentacles in reverse, and Page of Wands. So he can see that she might be like really. Page of Wands is about social media. So I've said this before. I think he definitely looks at her social media. He watches her a lot, not in like a stalkerish way, but just in a. I find her fascinating. I can't sleep at night. Let me look at her. We all do that. We'll have somebody we crush on. We look at their social media when we can't sleep. And I see him doing that with her. He's looking at her social media like, I wonder what she's doing. He's like looking, But then he sees that she is trying to get like money together. She's trying to get a business together. And she's so focused on work that I don't even think she realizes anything, So how is he going to approach her? But I feel like he's scared too, but that's what gives him excitement. Because she's like very guarded, very like an ice queen. But like a nice ice cream. I don't know how to explain, like a sweet ice cream, but she's nice to only certain people. Let's see. How is he going to approach her? Oh, this is sweet. Very, very sweet. Ace of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, and 10 of Swords. He's going to remind her to let go of her past. Oh, very sweet. He's very sweet. I'm telling you, the energy. Every time I do a reading on him, I just get very sweet energy. Very, very sweet energy. So let's see. In the next coming year, what's the energy between them? Because it's been a while. Okay, I get April. I get April 2027. Why is it taking so long? I mean, good for him that he could wait. Hold on. And I think also because she doesn't even know. So that's why I think it gives her time. It gives him time because she is very oblivious. I think his thinking is that if I'm in her life, I have to be there. I have to be accountable and I have to be fully available. But if she doesn't know, then I can take as long as I want. Then I can take as long as I want. Is it Saturday today? Why is there so much noise? Oh my gosh, I forgot that there's a new, it's like a restaurant type down the street from me. They're making so much noise. Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. So, the King of Pentacles, 5 wands, and 9 of wands again. He wants, when he approaches her, to reassure her that he doesn't want these other women. He only wants her. He wants to invest in her. He wants to. I don't know what he's gonna send her. It's very secretive, but he's going to give her his heart, and I see marriage. So by April 2027, he just wants to clear his energy, clear his past. He wants to make a new. It's almost like the devil. There's stuff haunting him still from his ex. It's crazy because it's been what, 4 years? How long has it been? Yeah, 4 years. But he just wants to make sure everything's clear because he doesn't want anything to interfere with it. It's very sweet. It's very, very sweet. So I wish them only the best and I hope it works out. Please, Johnny Depp, people, be patient. Like I always say, I think I'm going to stop doing readings about him for the next near future. But I wish him only the best and I hope that he and this Empress really have a wonderful life together because I can see that very strongly that he's never loved like this before. He's had like different types of love, but this is very pure. It's very pure and with no intentions, no hidden agendas. So I wish them both the best. I hope she says yes. And he kind of, the energy that I got, especially when I saw 6 of Swords, it's like she likes to run. She's the kind of person she runs and runs and runs. But he wants to tell her you don't have to run anymore because he sees insight about her that she might not even say about herself. But I think because he's older. I don't know her specific age. I said she's in her late 30s. I don't know her specific age right now. This was back then. So I don't know if I saw her age of when they would get together. But what I see very strongly is that he sees a lot of potential in her. Even though she knows herself, you can tell she knows herself. He picks up that she knows herself. And she is very intuitive. She understands life. He sees so much potential in her that he thinks she's afraid of. And he wants to help her untap that. That's why I got the World card. And the 6 of Swords, he wants her to stop running and to be present, and invest in her life. Because it's almost like she doesn't want to invest in her life. So yeah, that's what I have for you guys. I really do wish him the best. And all you Johnny Depp fans, please be patient. Especially if you tell an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, what to do, when to do it, how to do it, we are going to do the opposite, especially Aquarius and Gemini. We're going to do the complete opposite. So just be patient and send him well wishes. Mean well for him. And don't look at it as it's just for me, like he's coming after me. Don't look at it like that. Wish him well. Whoever he ends up with is a very lucky woman. Let her be happy. Let them be happy. And yeah, that's what I have for you guys. I love you all. Please comment, like, subscribe. Take care.